Go for another punch out. This is TJ, I'm back out with the 95GF from SPCMaker. I'm going to do some more acro training, line of sight acrobatics. So let's start the goggles. Only one way to get better at acro, and that's practice. So I'm just going to turn on that transmitter, plug in the cord. Gonna arm it, go into air mode, blades will spin up. This is pretty long grass, so good for a crash. A little bit of a wind coming now. So when you learn an acro, remember any input is going to stay. So left is going to need some right input, backwards is going to need some forward to stabilise it. And do a flip. It's better to actually give your throttle some burst, let it off, and then do the move. It's a lot neater like that if you leave the throttle on. It's messy. Yeah, just steady on the inputs. The super rates are slightly dialed down. You still need to have something there in order to do the actual acrobatics. See that if you leave the throttle on like that, it gets messy. So just a burst of the throttle. Do your roll and then back on the throttle. I should have started acro a long time ago. I've been flying horizon and stability mode too long. But it's not as scary as you think. Put some concentration into it and understand that, you know, you're the one keeping it stable. There's no help from the gyro. Muscle memory, that's all it is. Definitely muscle memory. So applying small inputs to keep it steady. Steady with the inputs. Small inputs make big movements until you dial it down on the PIDs. Still learning the PIDs, super rates, and all the adjustments. It's only been about a week and a half, so I've learned a lot. Just got to be steady. This thing is quite punchy, so you don't really need much throttle to get it to do acrobatics. It's a low voltage buzzer. I'm going to put it in stability mode just so I can land it without the blades spinning up all the time. disarm it. And that's another flight of the 95GF. So I've got my flight modes on here. I've got angle and air mode. It's my lost beeper. And that's arm. And that switch. So I'm going to arm it. I'm going to do some launching, so I'm going to leave it in angle mode. Beast mode now. Cold weather is getting at these lipos now. Do a punch out. So I can confirm this is a beast. Definitely a beast. Keeps you on your toes. Nice to fly with the 3S. You can even do a 4S with it, so even crazier. Low voltage buzzers now start to sound. You get a long intermittent buzzer, and then when it gets real low, you hear it. Gets faster. There you go. That's when it's time to land. When it gets to that stage, just disarm it. So this quad is amazing. It's a beast. It might be small in size, but it gives so much performance. I think it's everything you want in a racer, component wise, but in a micro format. So you've got your CCD camera, which is a cut above the CMOS cameras, in that it gives you more detail and much better image quality. It's super fast, super strong, it's had some real good crashes, and super light. So even with these regulations which are coming along, this thing is going to come in way under the radar. It goes in at 111.6 grams with the 3S attached, and for acro it's perfect. It's got the performance with the brushless motors, which is better than some of these acro models which have brush motors. It's no good really. You've got to have brushless if you want to perform acro moves properly. And these Gemfan blades really do take some punishment. 20 by 2035 I think these are. Yeah, I've hit the ground hard with this, and if you can see that there, you can see there's got a crease in there. So what's happened is they haven't snapped or broken, they've just got that crease there, and I've just bent them back up and carried on flying. And the other thing I like about this is, you know, it's got everything your big brother racer has got, but the size is going to make it perfect for going through obstacles or under obstacles. And yeah, you get 2 batteries, you get to choose your own receiver to go with your transmitter. This one's got the MX Plus FR Sky, which I've used with the Jumper TX. So it's pretty easy to bind that. You've got like a push button on it which you hold down for a few seconds when you power up, and then you go through a procedure of the jumper transmitter, which I can show you if you want to know about that. Also the VTX, there's no real instructions for this VTX, but it's the VX86. I have found a manual on it, and I'm going to put a link down below to a diagram showing you how to use it. It hasn't got an LED display, but yeah, it's easy to set up. It's just a case of holding that single button in for 3 seconds and going from one option to the next. So it's the amount of times the red LED flashes, lets you know what mode you're in, and then short presses changes your channel band, the power output. I've changed this to 25 milliwatts. The other features I like about this quad, as well as it being packed full of hobbygrade components, you've got a flight controller on this Omnibus F3, and when plugged in you can set up your transmitter and you have a low VTX signal, whereas normally you'd have to plug in a battery to set up your transmitter with the quad. For small settings without testing the motors, you can get away with just using Betaflight and the micro USB. So I thought that was pretty neat. It was a rush to fly this. It's totally, oh man, it's amazing performance. It's just the fact that the components it's got, packed with the 3S and the lightweight frame and components, giving you that speed when you need it. So as soon as you hit that throttle, it just goes into beast mode. Definitely a thumbs up from me. I'm really impressed with this. If you're looking to get into acro flying, FPV racing, then this is the one to try. It's definitely worth getting. For me, starting out in acro, it's going to be a good learning tool, and Betaflight allows you to change various settings so you can tone it down a bit. I've got some expo in this, and the Super 8 settings are dialed down slightly just when I'm learning acro, and then I'll ramp them back up once I get used to it. So if you saw the performance of it, then yeah, it's very impressive. And like I said, it's all set to go. You've got your 2 batteries, you've got your case. The only thing which held it back a little bit was the PIDs for it causing vibrations to begin with. Possibly set up for a 2S, I'm not so sure. And the other thing a lot of people have brought up, which is a factor but it's not the end of the world, is the camera angle is fixed. So you're not going to be able to get super pitch on that, but you're still going to be able to race around with it, and you can modify it. There is a modification for it, so you can change that pitch so you can get more angle down. But yeah, I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check out the current pricing on this, or if you want to purchase one, then check it out. This is TJ, and I'll catch you on the next video.